Alright, so if you follow me on Instagram, you already saw it. eBay suspended my account. I can't sell. I just started selling on StockX. Then they banned me because I was selling 10 pairs of Yeezys in like one day. And then I got my credit card bill, $32,000, and I can't even sell anything. What's up guys, it's Gunner TIERNO, aka the Yeezy God, aka the Supreme Don Dada, and I'm back with another video. This time it's Supreme Resale Predictions Week 19. We're almost there, we're almost done with the season. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. That's what inspires me to make these videos. I do these videos every single week. I give you my opinion of what I think things are gonna sell for, what's hot, what's not, and so on. So before we get into this week, let's recap on last week. We had the Buju Bannon photo tee, we had the Wake the World's tee, we had the coffee pot, we had a bunch of other summer tees. The Buju Bannon tee is doing all right. It's doing like 120, which is what I predicted. The Wake the World tee is actually doing better. It's doing like 150 for like a large. So that's pretty good. And then the coffee pot, I didn't really think it was gonna do much. It's doing a little over retail, but it's more of a personal item. I got one. I'm definitely just gonna use it in my house. So besides that, we had the Yeezy 700 V1 utility blacks drop, and then we had the Jordan 1 Gym Reds drop. I got both of those, so let me get them, hold on. All right, so here we got the Jordan 1s, Gym Red. Here's the utility black. We're gonna look at this first. Gum bottom, all black top. It's a lot like the V2 Vantas. It's like a really dark black, but it's kind of more of like these charcoal grays. I like the V1 a lot. It has more padding than the V2s, so I'm super hyped to wear these. And I like the gum bottom. It kind of breaks it up on the sole. Great daily driver shoe. But let's look at the Gym Red Jordans here. Got the red check, the black, the white. I mean, people are hyped about this. They were doing good resale and they still are. Sizes like 9 and under, so like 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5, and 9 is doing fairly well. They're selling for like $250. Then there's also grade school sizes that dropped, and they're doing good in a 4.5, 5, 5.5. Now, I don't do much Jordans. I'm the Yeezy God, I'm not the Nike God, so this is kind of out of my element a little bit, but I'm trying to learn and get more into it because I need to diversify my assets. Now, resale predictions on this is about $500, maybe within 3 months. It's a black and red Jordan, so if people really go for that, definitely those sizes like 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5 are gonna be the best ones. And the sizes like 10.5 and up, probably not so much. But there's one other thing I totally forgot about, the Travis Scott Reese's Puffs Cactus Jack cereal. That's right, cereal in a display case. I got those too, so let me get them. So I'm about to pull it out of the package and like it's broken, it's cracked. This display case is cracked. Like, for real, Travis? Like, come on, like look at this padding. Like, they put it here, they put it there, they don't put it on this side, and then this corner is cracked. You can see how it's shattered here down the middle. Like, man, this is a live unboxing here, and like, yo, for real, you guys see this? What? Smells weird too. Yeah, this is like, this whole case is like busted. Oh my god. Here's the corner that used to be there, is right here. This is how it literally came out of the box. Like, these were $65, guys. This was a $65 box of cereal shipped. All right, the retail was $50, then shipping was $15, and then it comes broken. This whole thing feels like it's about to collapse. But this is what a $65 box of cereal looks like. Oh, it is like split here, I guess, so just the corners are cracked, but this is all like separated. This is like really, really not. This is not a nice display box. All right, Travis. I don't even know about this. Limited edition, if you know about this, you know. Definitely don't count on your display box being in the best shape after shipping. I mean, they didn't pack it well enough, that's for sure. Also, this display box is just kind of like, feels like it's gonna fall apart every single Gap is open. But hopefully these are gonna be worth a lot of money. I hope to sell them for $150. It was very limited. We got 2, so hopefully Julia's didn't get as messed up as mine did. But I'm definitely gonna email them about this because this just like isn't right. Like, we'll see if they do anything. So I'll fill you guys in on the outcome of this, and then if you follow me on Instagram at TIERNO, you saw that eBay suspended my account. And then I started selling on StockX the next day, and StockX deactivated my account because I sold like 10 pairs of shoes out of nowhere, where I've never sold anything on StockX, and I just dumped 10 pairs real quick in like a couple hours. And I guess they wanted to wait till authentication went through for a couple of them. So as soon as like they got the pairs like the next day for me, they lifted that restriction on me, so that was cool. But eBay has yet to. I've been calling them, and it's really hard to get the information of why this happened. They don't tell you. They don't tell you that they've reviewed your account again on an appeal and declined you. They really just keep you in the dark about it. Pretty much, you need to go start an account under your girlfriend's name or friend's name or parents or brothers and sisters. That's kind of the only way around it. And you could tie your PayPal account to that account, and it doesn't seem like they're gonna flag you. But pretty disappointing on that. I mean, nothing's forever, so you really have to depend on yourself, and you just have to move on when things like this happen. I'm gonna make a whole video about this and why and what to do to avoid it coming very soon, so definitely be on the lookout for that. But enough with all this stuff, let's just get into this week. All right, so as usual, I'm gonna start with the least hyped items, move to the most hyped items. So we're gonna start with the Patchwork Paisley short sleeve top, retailing at $88. Now, I like this t-shirt. It's a higher quality t-shirt. It could be a sleeper, but I think if you do an in-person sale, you could get $100, $120 for this. I mean, $100 is kind of a break even if you buy it online with tax and shipping. So if you bought it in store, you have that $10 buffer zone where you're not paying for shipping. Even though this tee is at the bottom of the list, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's the worst. There's been a lot of botting on the likes, so it's hard. You kind of have to use your own intuition of what's hot and what's not, because people are always trying to mess things up. But definitely small and XL will be the most profitable, then large, then medium. I think all the colors are good. I kind of like this pink and blue one more for some reason, and then maybe like that red and brown and black one. I think the gray and black is just kind of the most boring, but there's a color for everybody, so definitely something to keep in mind. Then we have the Jacquard Script 6-panel hat, retailing at $48. Hats do pretty good if you have people that are interested in person, so you could get 60 bucks, 70 bucks for this hat. It's got a nice logo on it. It's not a camp cap, so that's cool. You know, we get a lot of camp caps, and not that many people that I know wear camp caps, so it's kind of nice that it's a 6-panel hat. If you're buying online, it's gonna be pretty hard to make money. It's probably not gonna do much on StockX or anything like that, but if you sell to your own customers, this could be a good piece. Then we have the split tank top, retailing at $78. It kind of has this like circular logo on the bottom left of the shirt. I actually kind of like it. I mean, it's summer, so this is like a good beach shirt. This would go good with like the water shorts from the other week. I like all the colors. I think it's pretty cool. I don't think it's gonna resell for much online, especially on StockX, but if you get a small or an XL, you might be able to have a buyer locally who would love to wear this to the beach. So definitely not a guaranteed resell, but maybe you can make this work for something. Then we have the Pique piping camp cap, retailing at $48. Camp caps is normally what we get from Supreme. There's a lot of them, but hats typically do pretty good on a one-to-one sale, somebody in person. If you're buying it online, it's gonna be tricky along with the other hat, but if you're buying it in store, could be something good to grab. I'm probably not gonna go for this personally, but like I said, if you got people in person who really are into hats, you could make 10 or 20 bucks on this hat. Then we have the Dice Rayon shirt, retailing at $138 now. If there's any sleeper of the week, it's either the Patchwork or this one. I'm not really confident in comparing this Dice Rayon shirt to the Cherry shirt and like what we've seen that do. I think the Cherry shirt's just a little more fun than this one, but I think this is a nice shirt. It's retailing at $138. I think resale is gonna be $150, $160 if things go crazy over time. Maybe it's gonna go up, but I really like this colorway and I like the graphic. Now this is a mock-up, so it's not the exact images, so things could change and then my opinion would change. As it is what we see with this photo, I like this shirt. I think it's pretty nice. It's a good summer shirt. It's a tee, it's got the button downs. It's really on season, so I would consider getting this in a small, XL, large, then medium. Something to keep your eye on. Maybe it's gonna move up in the list. We still have a couple days, so because of the 4th of July, tomorrow the drop is gonna be on Friday in the US, and it's still gonna be on Thursday in London, so we can kind of see what sells out first and have a day to kind of make some more decisions. So this week's a little interesting, but I definitely keep my eye on this shirt. I think it's gonna rise in hype and maybe it's gonna have some good resale. Then we have the Power Drill pin retailing at $8. Now, you guys know I'm not really a fan of pins. I don't collect pins personally, but a lot of people do. This is not something to single cart. Like if you're gonna go on the website and just buy this, you're gonna pay $10 shipping plus tax. The pin's gonna be $20 if not more. So if you wanna add it to something else, you could probably get 15 bucks for this pin, maybe $20. In cash person deal is gonna be the best, but you really gotta add it to something else for it to make sense. If you're in store, you know, it's another story. You can just grab the pin, it's whatever. But don't expect this to make a lot of money. It'll be like 15 bucks to $20. So something to consider, just kind of adding on top of your other stuff, but not the most hyped item of the week, that's for sure. Then we have the Terry Pocket Tee retailing at $78. Now I like the colorways of this. I really like that mint colorway. This is like a towel material. It's very similar to the Terry one with like the striping on the top that I have. It's good at the beach if you want to dry off and throw it on, but it's definitely like a thicker shirt. So the material just really doesn't work good for the summer, and people are kind of like put off by this. It's something they're not really used to. So I would stay away from this one for resale. Next, we have the Signature Script logo water short retailing at $110. Now, if you watch my channel, you probably know that I'm not really feeling this. I don't really like this script logo. It's just really messy and busy. That's my personal opinion. A lot of people do like this water short. I don't think it's really gonna have a lot of resale personally. I think it'll be like, you know, maybe 120, 130, 140 for like a small or something. And I'm not really confident in this. Personally, I wouldn't buy it, at least right now. I would keep an eye on like what happens in the next couple days. Then we have the running waist bag retailing at $48. I mean, this is cool for the runners and stuff. I have something like this with another brand that I've been trying to sell on eBay for like $6 and I can't even sell it. So I'm not very confident in the market for running waist bags. Now this does say Supreme. Maybe that changes things. In the city, a lot of people run like in the morning and stuff. But bags just really haven't been hidden this year. So I would miss this unless you're really willing to wait and hold on. And I think that yellow would probably be the best. Like, people are just kind of tired of red. I think the black's just kind of blah. And I feel like when you have that running gear, it's all about these really loud colors so like traffic can see you and stuff like that. Now I'm curious if like the logo is 3M reflective. I think it should be. It doesn't say anything about that, so I'm not confident that it will be. But if it's for running and it's a waist bag, it really should be. And if it's not, I think that's really gonna hurt it. If it is, if it turns out that this is 3M, that's probably gonna help it. So something we kind of have to keep an eye on. If it does resell, I don't think it's gonna be much. I think it's gonna be 70 bucks, 75, 80. I don't think it's gonna go to like 100 or anything like that. So if you have limited funds, I'd probably miss this one. Then we have the Supreme Dardevle Lure retailing at $12. Now I believe you get all three. I think it's a set of 3 for $12. So that's about $4 a lure. That's like kind of what they cost. I think they're like $2 to $4, and you know, there's very expensive lures, of course. And this is your basic lure. I mean, you could probably buy one of these lures without Supreme on it for like $1 or something. But how many fishermen have a Supreme lure, right? Now I think this is really cool. I actually like this a lot. I think it's gonna have some resale. I think it'll do double what its retail is. Now if you buy it online with $10 shipping and tax, it's gonna be hard. Like, I probably wouldn't do it. Only if you could add it to the cart for something else, much like the strategy with the pins. But if you're in store, I would definitely pick this up. I think that fishermen and fisherwomen may be into this. It's kind of fun. It's not very expensive. Now, if you're fishing with this lure, I would expect to lose it, you know, snag it on something and then the line breaks and it's gone. So the odds of that happening are pretty high when actually using this. But I would try to get as many of these as I can because, like I said, I just think it's fun. I think it's cheap. If you could flip them for 20 bucks, $25 for the set, I don't think that's that bad. Next, we have the Supreme Cressi Snorkel set. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Retailing at $55. Now these snorkel sets, like, pretty much that's what they go for. They're about 50 bucks to $80 to some for like 30. This is a fairly good snorkel set. I think maybe you could get $100 out of it, $80, $90. I don't think it's gonna be a crazy win. You might have to wait. It's super specific. And now it really depends on how many of these things they make. Now, I don't really talk about that enough in these videos, that like with the Supreme Water Gun, the Super Soaker, they made too many. That's why they're not worth anything. There's just too many of them out there. So that affects this a lot. Now, with the cycling jersey, right, the blue one, it said Supreme, they didn't make enough of them. So they're actually worth something. And I think they're gonna go up over time, but they were very, very limited. Like the first 30 people were the only ones that were able to touch them. So that really determines what something's worth and something's not, supply and demand. So when the demand is higher than supply, that creates a surge in price. Now, that wasn't the case on the water guns, and it's questionable of is that gonna be the case for this snorkel set. Now, if there's a ton of them and they sit on the website and they sit in the store and everybody gets one, they're not gonna be worth anything. If there's not, and they sell out from the first 50 people, first 100 people, they're gonna be worth something. They'll probably do 100, 120. That's something we don't really know till it happens. I would buy the snorkel set in store, just because, like, why not? If you're going already, you gotta get something, so. And now for the most hyped item of the week, the Supreme Mophie Powerstation Wireless XL, retailing at $110. Now, I really talked about this in last week's video because it was suspected to drop. It's a wireless power bank. It's 10,000 milliamps. That's how you measure batteries. It's a very big battery, guys. It'll charge like your phone like 4 times, you know, like a phone has like 2,000 milliamp battery. Some big phones have like 3,000 or to 4,000 milliamp batteries. This is probably equal to the MacBook batteries, like in your MacBook Pro, like a laptop. Now it's a wireless power station, so it only has one USB type A port, and then it has a USB-C port on it, and the USB-C port is strictly to charge the thing itself. So you can only use one cord to charge something, which I think is a real disadvantage in this power station. Now, it's wireless, so you can just put your phone down on it and it will charge. Now, like I talked about in the last video, that's not very practical. If you're a girl and you want to use this, you don't have a cord, and you put this in your purse, how are you going to make sure that that's together charging when you're walking around, right? It's just not going to work. If you're a guy, your pocket, your backpack, how are you going to make sure? You need to bring like a rubber band or something. So like rubber band it to that thing so that you can put it away. Or you gotta hold it, right? What happens when your phone is dying and you wanna be using it? You're not just gonna have like a cord, right? Now you're gonna have to like hold the power bank to the phone. Long story short, it's not the most practical technology. It is cool, it is useful, it does work. It's slower than a cord. So the fact that it doesn't have as many USB ports, I think is a major disadvantage with this. And in the past, these Mophie collabs with Supreme just don't really hit. Like they really messed up where they made like a bunch of iPhone 8 cases and then like the X came out and they were like totally obsolete. StockX took them all down off of StockX. So my opinion from last week about this hasn't really changed. Like I think that it's a nice piece. I think it's cool. I think it's useful. I think it would look good on my desk and I could just put my phone on it. I like that it says Supreme. It's gonna be kind of like a silicone material, kind of like the iPhone silicone cases. Now I think a lot of guys are gonna get this for the personal. I think a lot of the guys who do the loop in the city, like you rely on these things. Like I get it. Like you need these things to operate throughout the day and do the business that you do. And that's why I question the lack of USB ports to charge multiple devices, right? Because you got your boys out there and your Jewel you want to charge and your phone, and you know, only having one port to charge from that's like not like wireless. I don't know. I think that's a problem. So I think they're gonna float at like 130, 120, like just above retail, where if you bought it online, it's probably not gonna really be worth it. So if you are considering reselling this, I would first kind of just put it in a bucket in my head that I'm down with this thing to keep it and like use it, rather than like I'm buying this like strictly to resell it. So that's my word of advice for this. But that's gonna be all for this video. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys are going for. I think my strategy is gonna be like the patchwork, the dice Rayon shirt once we have official images. The running waist bag, I don't think I'm gonna do. The fishing lures I'm definitely gonna do. I'll probably grab the snorkel set, and then I guess I'll grab the power station. Overall, it's kind of like a low-key week. We're really getting to the end of the season. And then we'll have a 6-week break. If you want to get in touch with me, hit me up on Instagram at GunnerTierno. If you want to check out my store, worldwidedrip.com, that's where I sell everything. Everything's authentic, fast and free shipping. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. That's what helps me to grow this channel and supports doing this. It takes a lot of time, so I really appreciate it. And yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.